When it rains, it pours. Have you ever noticed that troubles rarely come one at a time? It's as if life opens the floodgates, pain, loss, disappointment, each wave higher than the last. You wonder, why me? Why now? But what if I told you the storm isn't meant to destroy you, it's meant to develop you? You see, storms don't just test your faith, they reveal it. When the thunder rolls and the wind howls, God isn't silent. He's speaking through the storm. He's reminding you that while the rain may soak your path, it can also water your purpose. Maybe you're standing in the downpour today, your finances are strained, your heart is broken, your dreams seem washed away. But here's the truth, even in the fiercest rain, God is working underground. He's strengthening your roots, preparing you for growth that sunshine alone could never bring. This message will challenge you, comfort you, and change how you see every storm in your life. Don't miss a single moment, because before this speech ends, you'll discover that what feels like a flood might just be the river that carries you to your destiny. Stay with me, because by the end, you won't just survive the storm, you'll thank God for the rain. You know, when the rain starts to fall in your life, it doesn't ask for your permission, does it? It just comes suddenly, relentlessly soaking everything you've built, everything you've planned. You try to find shelter, but sometimes, no matter where you run, the storm finds you. And it's in that moment you begin to wonder, why is this happening to me? But I want you to listen carefully. Every storm has a purpose. The rain that feels like it's ruining your world might actually be restoring it. The clouds that block your sunlight may be carrying the very water your dry soul has been waiting for. You see, we often think pain is punishment, but sometimes pain is preparation. God doesn't allow the storm to break you, He allows it to build you. When you're in the middle of it, when you can't see 2 feet ahead, you're tempted to believe that chaos means God has left you. But no, my friend, the storm doesn't mean His absence. It's often the clearest sign of His presence, because that's where He does His finest work, not in calm seas, but in crashing waves. Maybe you've been praying for sunshine, but God sent rain instead. Don't curse the clouds, they're carrying your blessing. The harvest you've been waiting for can't grow without a little rain. So don't run from it, stand in it. Let the rain wash away what needs to go and water what needs to grow. Every storm that shakes your world carries a hidden seed of transformation. And one day, you'll look back and realize you didn't just survive the rain. The rain saved you. Faith isn't proven on sunny days, it's revealed in the flood. Anybody can believe when the skies are clear and the path is smooth. But when the waters rise and the waves crash against your life, that's when real faith stands up. You don't discover what you truly believe until the ground beneath you starts to shake. And maybe right now you're standing in the flood of fear, disappointment, or loss, wondering if your faith can survive this storm. But hear me, faith was never meant to stay dry. It's meant to get wet. It's meant to step out onto the waves, to trust when logic screams impossible. When Peter stepped out of that boat, he didn't wait for calm waters. He walked straight into the storm because he recognized the voice that called him. That's what faith does. It moves when it doesn't make sense. It walks when sight can't see the path. Some of you have been praying for the flood to stop, but maybe God's waiting for you to walk on it. You see, faith isn't about escaping the storm. It's about enduring it with confidence that you're not alone. The flood that was meant to drown you can become the very water that carries you to your destiny. When the flood rises, don't panic, rise with it. Let your faith anchor deeper, not in what you can see, but in who you know. Because when faith is tested, it doesn't shrink, it strengthens. And the same waters that terrified you will one day testify that you trusted even when the waves were higher than your hope. That's what faith looks like. It walks through the flood and refuses to sink. And while you're standing there in that flood, clinging to faith with trembling hands, you start to notice something. The thunder isn't just noise, it's timing. God's timing. The lightning that flashes across your night sky isn't meant to frighten you. It's meant to illuminate the path for the next step. You see, God often hides his timing in the thunder because he wants you to trust his heart before you understand his hand. We get impatient, don't we? We want the rain to stop now, the pain to end now, the answer to come now. But sometimes God delays because he's developing something far greater than your comfort. He's building your character. What looks like silence is not absence, it's strategy. He's orchestrating details you can't see, aligning people you haven't met, preparing opportunities you're not yet ready to handle. You might feel forgotten, but you're not. You might feel stuck, but you're being positioned. The thunder you hear is heaven moving things on your behalf. The waiting room of faith is never wasted time. It's the training ground for your next chapter. And isn't it true that the hardest seasons teach us the deepest trust? You can't rush divine timing. A seed doesn't sprout the moment it's planted. It grows in hidden soil, under pressure, unseen. So when it feels like God's not answering, remember, he's not ignoring you. He's investing in you. The same thunder that shakes your spirit might be the sound of your breakthrough getting closer. Because in every rumble, in every delay, there's a divine rhythm. And if you listen closely enough, you'll hear that even the storm has been keeping time with your purpose. Because once you start recognizing that rhythm, you realize something powerful. Strength is never built above the storm, it's built beneath it. When those clouds open up and the rain keeps falling, your roots start digging deeper, searching for something solid to hold on to. That's how endurance is born, not when life is easy, but when life is breaking. The soil of struggle is where faith grows its deepest roots. Think about a tree in the middle of a hurricane. The wind bends it, the rain beats it, but that tree doesn't give up. It digs in. It doesn't grow weaker, it grows stronger because the storm forces it to reach for what can't be shaken. That's exactly what happens to us. The pressures, the losses, the heartbreaks, they push us deeper into God's promises. And what once felt like breaking is actually building. Sometimes you won't see it until you've survived it. The nights you thought would destroy you were actually shaping you into someone more unshakable. You're learning that strength isn't loud, it's steady. It's the quiet confidence that says, I've been through worse and I'm still standing. You see, the blessing of the storm isn't in what it takes from you. It's in what it leaves behind. Every storm strips away the unnecessary until only the unbreakable remains. The very things you thought would crush you become the reason you can now carry others. Because once you've been through the storm, you don't fear the clouds anymore. You've learned that real strength isn't found in the absence of struggle. It's found in the courage to keep standing when everything around you says fall. And when you've stood through that storm, when the wind has finally quieted and the sky begins to open, you'll notice something glimmering at the edge of the clouds. It's the rainbow, the sign that the promise was never lost. The same sky that once poured out your pain is now painted with color, a divine reminder that what you endured wasn't the end. It was the evidence that God kept his word all along. The rainbow doesn't erase the memory of the rain, it redeems it. It tells you that your suffering wasn't wasted, that your tears were not unseen. Every drop that fell had purpose. Every moment of waiting had meaning. The promise was there even when you couldn't see it, hidden behind the storm, waiting for the right light to reveal it. And isn't that just like grace? It shows up right after the breaking point when you're sure you've lost too much, when you think there's nothing left worth saving. Suddenly, the clouds part, and there it is, hope, stretched across the sky like a whisper from heaven saying, you made it. That's the beauty of divine restoration. It doesn't just return what you lost, it renews who you are. The rainbow reminds you that the God who allowed the storm is the same God who brings peace after it. The colors shine brighter because of the darkness they followed. So when the next rain begins to fall, you won't fear it, you'll remember this moment. because now you know the promise still stands, the light still shines, and the same sky that once thundered against you will one day testify for you.